What's up, guys? This is Michael with Gear with Style, and this is my review of the 2013 11-inch MacBook Air with a Core i7, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gig SSD. Now, if you're like me, you may toss in between. If you're considering the Air, do you go with 11 or do you go with 13-inch? I had a 2012 version of the 11-inch, and I really thought long and hard before making the second go-round with the same model. But ultimately, what sold it for me is when I saw and looked at some of the reviews, it really talked about the difference being if you want a full-fledged computer size-wise, then go with 13. If you want a companion, something very mobile, then you definitely want to look at the 11. And of course, as far as screen real estate goes, bottom line is if you need it that bad, you can always hook it up to an external monitor, so you always have that as an option. But quite honestly, I never did it with the 2012 model. Now, one of the things I wanted to spend some time talking about, I'll do the Geekbench test and disk speed test, and you've probably seen quite a few of those. And up first will be the 2012 model. Now, the 2012 model has a Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gig SSD, and I'll let that run in the background. And I really wanted to address a couple of the hot topics that are floating around, in particular with the Core i7. Now, one of the big negatives is that you hear that it's overheating or very hot to the touch, or considerably more so than the i5. Now, the 2012 Core i5 and versus the 2013 Core i7, to be honest with you, I noticed minimal difference, if anything at all. In fact, times I thought the i7 ran cooler than my Core i5 from 2012. Now, there is a big difference in speed and overall power. As you can see here coming up, you'll see the Geekbench score 5758. And this is a Core i5 from 2012. And you've seen all the videos with the speed tests of the SSD. Obviously, the 2013 models are much faster. Now, when you compare it to the 2012 model, you're getting, I pretty much kept in the mid to upper 2s as far as the write speed, and the mid, almost near 5 at times for the read speed. So that was pretty average for me. Now, when you run the same Geekbench test with the 2013 Core i7, the first thing you'll notice is it actually goes through the Geekbench testing much faster. In fact, in real time, it was pretty stunning, the difference. So, and it did not heat up. I didn't hear the fans heat up or any of the other things that you may have heard. One thing to note as well, I've had no Wi-Fi issues whatsoever with my MacBook Air. Now, when you look at the Geekbench score here, what you'll end up getting is a 7477, so that's considerably higher than the 2012, but again, it's i5 versus an i7. Now, when it comes to the actual speed test for the SSD, I got somewhere around the mid 3s, typically low 3s for write, and then well over 700 for the read, which is pretty impressive. So none of the issues for me that you may have heard other people talking about. I love the 11-inch just fine. I don't find it to be overheating for the purposes that I use it for. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and thanks for watching.